welcome back to the new video. And you can see today we are going to talk about the differences between the intracellular and the extracellular digestion. Okay, so student, both of these are the distinct mechanism by which the organism, okay, they will break down the food, okay, to obtain the nutrition. Okay, so first let's talk about the intracellular digestion. Okay, so if we talk about the intracellular digestion, so it occurs within the cell where the food particle, they are engulfed, digested and absorbed by the cellular machinery. So there are three types of process. The first one is the endocytosis. The second one is the enzymatic breakdown. Okay, and the third one is the absorption. So this is the process of the intracellular digestion. Okay, so what will happen in the endocytosis, the food particle, they are taken inside the cell, okay, through the process of phagocytosis. So phagocytosis is the process of engulfing the solid food, and if the food is liquid, then it is pinocytosis. Okay, so pinocytosis is engulfing the liquid food. So first of all, the food will be ingested, right? Then second process is the enzymatic breakdown. So what will happen, the lysosome organelle, it will contain the enzymes. Okay, so this will break down the food further, okay, into simpler substance, and once the food is break down, the digested nutrient, okay, are absorbed directly into the cell cytoplasm. Okay, so the nutrient absorption will occur, okay, into the cell cytoplasm for the utilization. So this type of intracellular digestion, it is taking place in the case of amoeba. So what will happen, student, in amoeba, the pseudopodia, that is its false leg. Okay, so this will engulf the food particle, okay. So how, okay, this is the amoeba. So what will happen, it will see a food, and so that it will just, what it will do, it will try to engulf it. So it will just take it inside, it will form a foot strike of structure around the food particle, and it will just ingest it. Okay, this is called as endocytosis. And then I told you the food will be break down by the enzymes of the lysosome, and the nutrient will be absorbed into the cell. So the example is amoeba and the sponges, okay, that belongs to Porifera phylum. Okay, so they will also display the intercellular digestion. And if we talk about the advantages, so this intracellular digestion, students, this is less energy required process, as compared to the extracellular digestion. Okay, and this will work in the, this is work well in the simple organism like the amoeba and the sponges. Now let's talk about the extracellular digestion. If we talk about the extracellular digestion, so I told you it will occur outside the cell, okay, within a specialized cavity or the external environment where the enzyme will break down the food and the nutrients are absorbed subsequently. So the process involved, the first one is the secretion of enzyme. So these are three steps for the intracellular digestion, and the steps involved in the extracellular digestion involve the secretion of enzyme. So the digestive enzyme, they are released into a cavity, okay, like for example in the stomach or the external medium. Okay, then the second step will involve the breakdown of the food. We have to break it down, right? So breakdown of food. So the complex food molecule, they are broken into simpler compounds outside the cell, and then they are, the third step involve the absorption. Okay, so where does the absorption occur in the extracellular digestion? In the extracellular digestion, the smaller molecules, they are absorbed into the cell lining the cavity or the surface. Okay, so the example of the species that are displaying the extracellular digestion, it will include the human. Okay, so in our case human, the digestion, it will occur in the gastrointestinal tract. Okay, so this will start with the mouth. Okay, and it will continue through the stomach and the intestine, and the enzyme like amylase and pepsin, they will work extracellularly. Okay, this kind of extracellular digestion is also observed in the case of the fungi also. They will secrete the enzyme into their surrounding to digest the organic matter. Okay, so this will allow them absorbing the nutrient directly from the external environment. So if we talk about the advantages of the extracellular digestion, students, then the extracellular digestion, it will require more energy. Okay, but it can handle large complex food particle. Okay, but can okay, so it can handle the large complex food particle, and this will also facilitate the specialization and organ development. Okay, so if we talk about student the evolutionary insight, then intracellular digestion, okay, is the characteristic of the simpler organism, while the extracellular digestion, it will signify an evolutionary advancement. Okay, and this will allow the higher organism to process diverse and the large food particles. So this progression, student, it will support both the structural as well as the functional complexity. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you for watching the video.